going on, guys? So today we're talking about the best-selling packs in all of Yu-Gi-Oh. We're just mixing up a little bit. I noticed, when I was shooting the penny stock market watch, the market hasn't changed too much, right? And I just wanted to say, this is just what happens sometimes. We have a new set coming out, not this week, but the one after. Ban list is looming, right? We're gonna start seeing some, Cali effects gonna do it. MBT, Mega Capital, GDZ, whoever you subscribe to, they're gonna release their what's gonna be banned, right? This needs to be banned, videos, right? And that could start to fluctuate the market in of itself. I did just want to mention this too. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's kind of what I figured, to be honest. Okay. So this is a two-parter, what I'm about to say. Okay? I'm gonna say the because it's kind of like good news, bad news, like good advice, bad advice, right? Basically, two sides of the same coin. So we'll do the bad news first. You have to be very careful listening to even people like me, people who are talking heads on the internet. That's why I try to say as often as possible in all of my videos. Like if you watch my video, recurring thing, hopefully the thing I say the most is spend your money how you feel. Don't let somebody on the internet tell you how to spend your money. And it doesn't matter if they know somebody from Konami. It doesn't matter if they are the smartest person in the room. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they've been doing this for the dawn of existence. The first ever Yu-Gi-Oh card sold in the secondary market was by them. So listen to their advice. Doesn't matter. Spend your money how you feel, right? Because this card, if you know, okay. It was this graph doesn't really do it justice. But this card, X is probably the best way we can do it, was selling. Someone bought a copy of this card for $15. Right? And someone else, before that, someone bought a copy of this card for 45 cents. Right? And so this was, and I'm not going to say any names or anything like that. I'm not going to name drop, right? But this 7-11, right, to 7-12, there was this Yugituber who said this card's going to get bought out. So buy your copies now because this card's going to get bought out, right? And everybody rushed and flooded the market and bought it out, right? And then 4 days went by and someone already posted one for 94 cents, right? And, there's still, this Bonefire Colossus is still sitting at $6, but it peaked out at 10 or 12, right? And there are countless numbers of situations where you will find a Yugituber specifically caused a buyout. Not because the card is good, not because the card has a weird interaction now, nothing. Literally, a Yugituber said this card, everybody should buy this card, and everybody did, right? Just be careful with that. Because the last thing you'd want to do is spend $35 on 5 copies of a $7 card because somebody on YouTube told you it was going to go to 10 and then it goes to 5. And now you're sitting there wondering, should I just cut my losses and lose $10? It's not a loss until you sell. Wait for them to come back up. I don't know, right? But like I said, this was a two-parter, right? That's the first part. That's the negative stuff. The positive side of that is this. I myself remember, because I was watching this Yugi, I was watching the thing happen. It was literally happening on a live stream, and the YouTuber said it's gonna get bought out. And I went to the TCG market. I was like, it's not gonna get bought out, right? And then it just did. So that's where you have to do your due diligence. You have to realize the meta factors the market, the casual player base, what they like, factors the market, the ban list factors the market, hype around certain things factor the market, and Yugi-tubers factor the market. Maybe not, 257, a subscriber hot dog flexer, right? Let's try to get to 260 soon. We're this close. Maybe not like me or someone with like 1,000, 2,000, 3, but someone with 5, digit subscriber count or more, they will say, get your copies of this card today, and it will go up in price specifically because they said it. And what you can do, you can play the market with them, right? Now it gets a little tricky because sometimes they'll tell you this card has been bought out already, right? But if they go get your copies of this card, you'll go check out that card. I mean, it does. I'm gonna be honest. It happens to me too. Like it even happens to me. Like I'll do the videos, I'll shoot it, edit, post at them. I'll wait a few hours and I'll be like, what was that card I was talking about that I said everybody should pick up? Oh yeah, it was this card. Let me check it out. And the copies are gone. Like it happens to me too, right? So I know if it's happening to me, it's happening to everybody. So if you really want to fully optimize, so like I said, two sides of the same coin, right? If you really want to fully optimize this Yu-Gi-Oh market, follow the people who do market watches and take their advice, but make sure you do it within your means. And like I always say, stick to the main rule of always spend your money how you feel, right? But if we go now back to what we were going to talk about, just thank you for coming to my TED Talk. If we go now to what we were already going to talk about, the best-selling packs, this 25th anniversary edition of one of the best sets of all time. It's getting interesting, right? It's tricky because this has been out for a while and it's just been nosediving. But the thing is, this is my favorite thing to watch in these graphs, right? Is it like it did something recently? It could have hit its low point, right? And it was selling for 70. People are like, this is selling for 70, and now it's selling for 80, right? And yeah, you look at this. I mean, there's no meta stable. I mean, like, you're gonna get your pot of greeds. I got like Regekis in here, Man-Eater Bug, Mystical Elf. Like, you get your GOAT format cards from here for sure, but you're not gonna get anything meta relevant. But the reason why this is the best-selling pack product, better than Duelist Nexus pre-sales, Monsters Revenge, which has been really good for the budget player, even better than the Metal Raiders, Spell Ruler, Invasion of Chaos. That's funny that got a 25th anniversary. Pharaoh's Secret, what have you. The reason why this is standing out is because it hit that low point, right? It hit that valley. And maybe these did too, but this is sort of a legendary set, right? Pre-sales for this are going down. I don't know why anybody ever plays the pre-sale market, unless you're doing it for like a pack opening channel, or like, you're running a business and like you need the packs the day of. I cannot think of a reason to do the pre-sale. Like, if you're just some person selling stuff out of your basement or your bedroom, I don't think I would ever recommend pre-selling. It never, almost, I'll say never say never, right? It almost never goes up after the pre-sale, right? The first non-25th anniversary, that's crazy how many 25th anniversary boxes are here. The first non-25th anniversary one is Cyberstorm Access, and it's because it's $53, which is really good value. 54, which is really good value on a set that is relatively new. This Firewall stuff could be interesting. Gold Pride feels like it has a lot of potential. I don't know about this card, man. I don't know, man. There's just something about it. It could be worth a lot. I always see it on the Penny Stock Market Watch. I've talked about it a lot on there, but it could be worth a lot. Chaos Angel, Virtuous. There's a lot of really cool stuff. Starlight Rare, Visas. This is if you pull this one, lunges on you. That's the chase card in Cyberstorm Access, and for $53 feels really good. I still think $70. Like if it's less than 70, but you look at the market and you kind of go, maybe the number should be 60, right? Because you go into your stores or what have you, and you'll see it's like 60, $70. For me, $70 feels like a really good value on a booster box, right? But if you can get it for less than 60, like I don't know. I mean, this is a collection box, a little different. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the cheapest one on this page. Yeah. Oh, no. Tactical Masters. All right, 1 second. Okay, 1 second. Really? Runic stuff. Tactical Masters. Really? $50 for a box of this. I wonder what the chase cards are. That's probably the biggest issue. Yeah. Well, I think a big issue, too, with this, that's crazy. Anti-spell collector's rares are 35. That feels like that. I mean, like, how many collector's rares can you get for 35? I don't know. Probably a lot. A runic tip, right? Labyrinth. But anyway, there's not really anything else like scapegoats in here for some reason. It's like runic, labyrinth, and that's it. But $50 on a booster box. If you're trying to, I'll say this: if you're trying to start somewhere, like you're looking for a place, like you just got into card collecting and card selling and in this whole market, secondary market thing, a great place to start, Cyberstorm Access or Tactical Masters, right? Burst of Destiny just came out. Was this on here before? I don't think this was on here before. Burst of Destiny is relatively good. I mean, Sword Soul's super cheap now. Flawanderies is super cheap now. This card did not become what people thought it was going to become. But oh, Masquerade's in here. That's interesting. Denier. That's not a terrible card. I don't know about this one as much because both Flawanderies and Sword Soul aren't that great. Like at least with Tactical Masters, you get Cyberstorm, or excuse me, you get Labyrinth, which is pretty relatively solid, and Runic, which is just amazing and probably will never be touched. And this you get Gold Pride, and you get what else is in here? Because I know the Firewall stuff is in here, but I know there's another like relatively solid thing that's in here. No, there's not. Not really. Oh, the Manadium. Manadium. Are those good? Is that good? Manadium? Your guess is as good as mine. So overall, though, a great place to start actually would be this Tactical Masters set, right? But honestly, if you can get even Photon Hypernova for under $60, now if you've already begun your journey, and you're trying to see what set could be like one of the better sets to go into. I'm gonna be honest with you, all of these sets, all of them, these are literally, there's 337 sealed product in all of Yu-Gi-Oh. Like this is maybe not like this, right? If you don't spend $4,000 on this, but like even the second haunting, right? Even this Ghost from the Neg, right? Like maybe not the pre-sale stuff, but like there's a reason why these are the top 24 best-selling products in all of Yu-Gi-Oh. And I think the biggest thing with that is that all of these sets are meta relevant, have great casual player based cards. I think Battle of Chaos kind of falls into that category. I mean, Dark is certainly Guardian Chimera is certainly a meta relevant card. But Dictator of D, Blue Eyes Jet. Oh goodness gracious, do the Blue Eyes players love Blue Eyes Jet? Is that what I think it is? Yeah, Magic Karibo, one of my favorite Karibo variants. That's another way to call them. Like they're just like, I mean, the Karibos do different things, and maybe one day Karibo's gonna be a real deck. I don't know, probably not. But like that's what Battle of Chaos is, right? And the thing is too with this Yu-Gi-Oh secondary market, I was just talking about it, like it's not just what's meta that dictates the secondary market. Like, it's also like what the casual player base wants, what the ban list is going to dictate, what Yugi tubers are saying is big. There's a lot of different factors. It's not just like, oh well, Battles of Chaos didn't have any good cards in it, so it's not good. Like, no, it actually can make some waves because the casual player base loves that set. No, Duels from the Deep, 30. This is less than $1 a pack. There's no way you can't find value here. This is literally 45 cents a pack. Marinus is in here. Is it full Marinus or just some Marinus? Is this just like, there's a lot of Marinus cards. Here's my thing with this. Okay, and this is pure speculation, right? And I'm going to give credit where credit's due. Like, MCole40 has mentioned this as like a sort of a theory, right? If you've been paying attention, right, what has been like the main attribute that has gotten a lot of support this year? Fire, right? The Fire King structure deck, Red Dragon Archfiend. There's been a lot of fire support, right? Volcanics, Rescue Ace. Speculation, water might be next. And if water is next, you could have Honor Arc, which works really well with Abyss Dweller. Bahamut Shark, which there's 1,000 of these. You probably don't want that card. I'm just saying, like, this set may look like there's just no value here whatsoever. Right, like, I mean, literally, I think people are getting paid to buy this set. Because it's literally just Sea Stealth, Marinus, and Shark, right? Shark spam. But they could, those, at least Marinus, but even Shark could all be very relevant, right? Let's take a look at Fish Sonar, for example. It's a card I've never read in my life. At 1 level, summon a lower monster from your deck to your hand that mentions Yumi, or is a water normal monster. Then if Yumi's on the field, you can special summon a water normal monster from your deck. This is so tricky. This is so tricky. Honestly, you guys are just going to have to take your best guess. For me, $28 for a box is insane. But, like, at the same time, if you don't pull droplets, you're going to neg. But the thing, too, like, Forbidden Droplet is in this. Forbidden Droplet's a really good card. Like, I know this is scary, right? But, like, Forbidden Droplet is in this. It's interesting. It's very interesting. Let me see if we can find one for cheaper than that. I hope not. I hope there's not a set that's somehow cheaper than $28 for an entire box. That is crazy. I didn't know that existed. Oh my goodness. I'm trying not to roast this set, but like, golly. Like, because you know how sometimes if you play at a Yu-Gi-Oh event, they won't have OTS packs and they'll just give you regular packs. These are probably the packs. These are probably the packs they slapped down. Here's 5 packs from Duels from the Deep. Like, oh man. Dimension Force. I mean, this is almost, it's a little more than $1 pack. It only contains 24 packs. What is in this? Default. This is old. Visa Starfrost. Therion King Starlight. Right? I think that's a big thing that's holding back that set we were just looking at. Is that there's no Starlight Chase rares. But this is a really good card. A lot of people have been messing around with this card. This is one of the better selling cards in all of Yu-Gi-Oh right now. Same with Regulus too. Right? Same with Visa Starfrost actually. Like, this set for $40? I mean, yeah, you got to pull one of the chase cards, but Beyond the Pendulum too. Beyond the Pendulum, unless Electromite comes back, and unless this card gets reprinted, this card is only going to go up in value because they did it last ban list. They're going to do it at the next ban list. They keep bringing back more and more pendulums, right? So Beyond the Pendulum, this set default could be really good for $40. Like, I'm going to be honest, and Dynamorphia is pretty solid as well. This Libromancer stuff is okay. Ghost Bell Starlights, it's got the chase cards, It's got page 2 is terrible, but it's got some really it's a very top heavy set, which is probably why it's $40 less than $40 for 24 packs. But this is the type of thing where you're like, do I just spend like $40 on you know, a triple tactic? Do I spend 60 on a triple tactics talent, right? Or do $40 on a pot of prosperity, right? Or do I get Defo, right? Dimension Force, right? Because like I said, nothing on the first page, but like I would assume on the second page there's going to be a card from Dimension Force. Right here, right? Therion King Regulus. And obviously, I think, you know, the Megaton Fear is coming out as well. But this is probably one of the better sets to invest in, I would say. So a little bit of a different style. Let me know what you guys think. What are the best sealed products or any cards that you're looking at in all of Yu-Gi-Oh? Let me know in the comments down below. If you guys want me to pay a little more attention to the sealed product, give sealed product a little more love, let me know in those comments down below. And make sure you let me know by clicking that like button. Make sure you guys follow for more stuff. Actually, the word is subscribe, and the word is Yu-Gi-Oh content. But most importantly of all, have a good day.